I think because you're because I think you're sharing on the current monitor you have, so you have like multiple.
Oh, so you can hear my music.
Yes.
Okay, let me close my music on.
Like I'm pretty sure the recording can hear your music too.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, there you go.
I close it. Sorry about that.
All
How was
good.
your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ayla, how about yours?
Yeah, good too. All right, so we jump into the let's start it again.
Okay.
Let me see. Did I record the screen? Okay. Yeah, you're sharing, and then just make sure I record the screen. No. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's go. I think I recorded. Yeah. Go ahead. All right. So last time, we already did a lot of things, right? So we tried to set up the internet, the WAN link, right? That between Verizon and Comcast, so we can have a complete, full redundancy between like two WAN link, right? Something happened, for outage, something like that. So last time, so we still not able to ping from the core switch to one of the VLAN network. We already verified that we can translate it, right? On the Comcast router here in the no in the internet router 2, because we already configured the NAT, so we can review again in here, right? Just verify. You see in here. So we already have the net inside, net enable, something like that, and then we have IP net outside, and also we should have the outside enable too on the this loopback interface. Just verify. Clicking here now. So just refresh now from last that we cut off from the Zoom. All right, you see here, right? So now we should everything. So for example, if the traffic is coming, go to the internet, right? If the internet router 2, if the traffic is coming from inside, and then because we have our IP net source in the IP, let's show in here. IP show run section IP NAT, right? So we have a NAT, you see here, IP NAT. So we already enabled, it's listening from this interface, right? Everything traffic is coming from this inside, we're going to be translated to overload to our public IP address. Got it?
Yes.
So, and also we have a list 50. What that means, list 50 here, that is like our access list, right? Because we have to which interest traffic go out to the internet. Once we match, and then we allow to translate it, IP translate it. You see here, right? So last time that we tried to ping from this VLAN, go out to the internet, go out to Google, right? So last time, the problem is that we cannot ping because like the traffic, because we still have advertised from here. So the return traffic from Google is still prefer is learning from Verizon, right? Because we have an equal cost in here. See, equal cost, right? So that is mean, and also we allocate in here. So show route map in here. See, show run route map. Let me show one section route map. You see here, right? So we have, see everything. You see here's the show route map, right? See here, because we advertise out to the internet, and then we increase. See, we add more hub, right? To influence everything. When I advertise the ABC Internet Public IP interface, right, it's going to be less preferred from the Google. So for example, we got 64 the public IP, and we got 64 also Google learn from Comcast. And then when they compare, first it's an equal cost. That is mean it's going to be first in first out. But now it's a different story though, because we influence, we allocate this router. If you send out the ABC network from this way, when Google is going to be receive it, it's going to say, oh, you have more like that we call like BGP hub number, right? So we have or more. See, that's why we're using set ASP pen. So we increase, we make a longer. right? So that is mean, oh, okay, they are too longer. So I prefer the short path, right? I'm going to prefer the short path. So I go back to Verizon in here, right? So last time, remember, we shut down the BGP wrong, right? We shut down the BGP wrong. We're supposed to shut down the Verizon, but we shut down the Comcast. Okay, let's go back to the Internet router one. So this is the router one. So now we correct it from last video. So we already confirmed. See here, this is the 173. Is facing is the Verizon here, right? And then you see here, now we have a hard code, we shut it down, you see, right? So now we lost the here. See, we lost our Verizon, no, our Internet router one in here facing the Verizon. We lost the BGP, so that is mean we should not advertise that our public IP address is from here. So now Google, it should be only learning from Comcast. So now so far in here, do you understand the concept, the logic here so far? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we go back to the Comcast, no, when we go to Google here, so we'll verify again. You see in here, when we show IPBGP in here, you see, now see what Google say. Okay, I'm learning now. The 64.1.2.1.2.0/24, that is the ABC public internet IP. And then we learning is from Comcast. So now if I ping again from core switch 2, it's going to be go to the next hop, go and then we translate it and then we go out the Comcast and then we should be able to ping the Google. Okay, so now we test. Now we testing, right? So now we perform. So in this case, we perform same thing disaster, right? We're going to perform the disaster is working also or not, right? So now, for example, when we go back to the internet router two, let me see. Hold on. Let's go back to the code switch two first in here. Right. So this is code switch two. So let's show IP interface brief again in here. Okay. So now we have a 5 VLAN. That is our LAN inside network, right? We have a VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, right? So now we should be able now try to ping 8. First thing, before we change, just verify again our IP. What is our IP route, right? So for example, when how we want to go out to the internet, right? So make sure we receive the default route is from the internet router 2, right? So now we show again IP route. Just say show IP route. Just click in here. So what we're learning in here, see, we're learning B. That is mean BGP via. See, it's the next hub here, right? So that is mean we're learning the default route. So that is mean if I ping 8.8.8.8, right? Because see the 8.8.8 is not inside my network. So that is mean this router is going to ask help, right, from our default route, because default route is supposed is to help if you don't say any so that is mean if you don't know any network, right? And then that's why send it to here, right? So that is mean, uh, obviously the default route is acting like, all right, if you don't know anything, just send it to router 2, okay? So that is because like, can you imagine, because the internet, global internet IP is so many, right? So many from all over the world, okay? So that's why we use the default route. So now when we ping 8.8.8 here, now we're using the source IP, right? So we want to source from our inside network. So say VLAN 10, we're going to put in here, right? And then now in this time, let's see, do we successful? Beautiful. Look at it. Now say repeat, just say repeat. Okay, say repeat like a 20, right? So now we go back quick in here. So in the router 2, just make sure our NAT is got translated is working fine. So we show IP NAT translated, you see, and then hit enter. Beautiful. Look at it. So now Everything from inside, this is our inside, and then it's going to be inside, this is our global. That is mean from inside, we're going to translate it to 64. So once leaving this one leaving this router, right? One is leaving this router, internet router 2, go to the Comcast. Now the carry, the source IP, when the carry exit this interface is going to be 64 because we got like IP net translation. Got it? So now the Google, it should be seeing requests from 64, 12.12.2. Okay, so and also Google should be able to return. That's why we have a beautiful. So we have a beautiful here. So we're able to make it work now. Okay, so now we just click in here now. So we save 20, right? So we from VLAN 22, are we able to ping? You see, beautiful. See, and we test all the VLAN again, right? So just verify that we have our access list working fine. We don't want to get complain about, or we have a missing something configuration, right? Because we have a full VLAN. Just click in here. That's why we have a documentation. Now we have a document. Make sure this is our checklist, right? So make sure our checklist everything's working fine. Beautiful. Okay. So now, if we go back to the switch one in here, okay, because we're still testing, right, in here, right? Now, how about all the network in here? So, for example, right? See, right now we ping 898 is from the code switch two. Now, how about code switch one now, right? Because this link, suppose we still have an outage, right? So we call Verizon and say, hey, Verizon say, because they have a natural storm, something issue, cannot be like restore the service, right? In say in 1 hour, 2 hours. Oh my goodness. And then what? Now let's go back to the code switch one in here, right? So in here, right? So let's see what we have in here. So when we show IP route, do we have a default route? Okay, so we still have a default route, right? But why we learning from 1.6 in here, right? Because this router, because we just I think we ping this interface here. See, we ping this interface, right? So maybe that's why we're still learning from here. But then we have a problem now. See, if you try from here, see, show IP, see here, show IP interface brief here, right? So for example now, okay, because and also you remember our standby, right? Our gateway standby, right? SRP in here. For example, VLAN 10, see here, show standby. Maybe I missed the VLAN 10. Oh, let me see. Show standby. Yeah, VLAN. What VLAN we have? 10. Oh, did we lost? Maybe we didn't save it again. Show one VLAN 10. Ah, yeah, we miss again. Remember, in the first day one, day two, when we configure the layer one, layer two, because we configure the HPR, the ASRP, the standby gateway. You know what I mean? Because the gateway we want to hold it, because this is our code switch one. We hold it in here, right? And then because this is going to be standby, it's something we lost the code switch one in here. Say find something for service or for min for maintain or for upgrade, something like that, or we want the temporary, we want to switch the traffic, all our LAN, it should be go to code switch two. So that's why we have those kind of like failover, right? Let me see. How about in cost? Do we lost in here too? This is interesting. Maybe we can come back. Okay, so we can fix it. So this because we continue. We keep what we're learning in here, right? We keep. If we lost, then we can come back. That's why you can refresh. You know, it's good for you to refresh. Show run again interface VLAN 10. Do we have it? Yeah, we don't have it in here. You see? All right. So we can come back later, but this is, let's go back to here again, right? So we pretend we all our gateway in here, right? So now, see, for example, if now I have a problem in here now. If I want to ping 8.8.8.8, right? When I using the source in here, see source, this one here, okay. You see, it give you unreachable instead timeout. It give you unreachable, right? Because the traffic is leaving to go to here. So the router one, we go back in here. So we show IP transnet in here. See, we don't have an IP NAT translation. Okay. Do we miss again in here? I hope not. Show IP interface brief. Show on interface app0/0. We should have. Oh, come on. Show run interface app0/0. Yeah. Show run interface app01. Yeah, we should have outside in inside, right? So, So what happened in here? See, it's going to see right now. You see, we have an issue now. You see, when we're testing, it was working. Everything was working fine, right? So now we pick up. We want to perform to fail over to the internet too, right? Because we want to try the contest, right? But we know here is no issue now in here, right? But what now? How we so we have to think about right now, right? So the traffic in here. So for example, what we lost in here first, right? Because here, this is our here. This is the circuit in here. See, this is the circuit in here, right? This is the circuit, right? So that is mean this is the circuit. So maybe this is a good idea. See, because we want to learn right automatically. So for example, how is it performing here? So for example, if we lost this link, so this router here shouldn't sending the default route to here, right? So go back to code switch to here, code switch one again here, right? So now the code switch one. So when we show IP BGP here, you see IP BGP here. Okay, so we're still learning receiving, right? From here. You see, we still be receiving, right? So now, and then here in the router one, right? Because see here, do we have a show IP? Let's say show IP BGP. See, this one, you see, it's no more greater sign. You see, it should be timeout, or to be this is local. We don't know yet, right? And then when we look at in here, so section here, BGP, you see show run section BGP in here. Let's review because we have, let me see, you see here, we have a default route originate, right? So normally, maybe this is not good case study, not the best practice, right? Because this router is going to be inject default route to our inside, right? Because normally we want to automatically, because when we lost this circuit in here, right? Because we want to learn automatically from the Verizon, the default route, right? And then this should be, and then the internet router, it should be propagate to port switch one, right? And then if we lost the BGP or we lost the circuit, right, between internet router one with the Verizon, the default route is going to be removed from our routing table from BGP also. So we should be then we should be not advertised, right? So far so good. in here. Yeah, because so first thing, okay, so this is how we want to fix it, right? So first thing we want to fix this one. Okay, so now, okay, because we want to everything learning dynamically. No, we want to be less admin job, right? Because we don't want to. We try to learn when something go down. We want to learn everything is automated. Okay, so when we lost this traffic in here, go out to internet, maybe we have a short, like 30-second or 1 minute outage like that, and then one everything because BGP have an update, right? So when we update all the BGP, the table, and it should be automatic go to code switch 2 and then go out to the Comcast, right? Okay, so now how we fix it? So this is good. See, this is good to case study. That's what we have to do in the every time in a network engineer, right? We have to be performed, even in the production also. We have to keep documentation. We have to keep testing. It's the non-business hours. You know what I mean? So like no impact the current users, right? So in this case, okay, so we go back to here quick now. Okay, we find out. Let's go back to this router here. All right. So now we're going to be removed. So okay, say hey, bye bye. Right? I don't want you to do the originate the default route. See, we remove it. So now, see in here, once we remove it, right? So let's do quick again and show IP. No, not show. Let's clear. So we want to fight with the timing here because this is a lab anyway. So I'm going to clear the IP BGP, the whole session. You see, we rebound it. Okay, we reset it. Okay, so now show IP BGP again. All right, so now show IP BGP summary. Okay, so you see here. All right, so now when we go back to the code switch 2 here again, so go back, no, code switch 1 in here. So we already reset, right? So now when we show IP BGP again in here, you see, we should be lost the default route. Beautiful, you see, because right, because we removed that command, right? So now this one is not the job anymore, okay, to sending the default route. We're supposed to learn it from the Verizon, okay? But we can hold it first. For now, we can hold it first. So we know already. So we write it down. So what we need to follow up, right? So the follow up is once we restore this BGP, and then we can verify if Verizon sending the default route to ABC Internet Router 1, right? So that is the one check mark that we need to follow up. But now, okay, since we lost the default route, right? So we should be learning from here, right? Automatically. But right now in here, see our inside here, we don't have any dynamic like dynamic routing like BGP, OSPF, ERGRP, so far so on, right? We don't have it, right? The only thing we can do is see in this case something for urgent. I just give you some example for urgent first, for urgent, right? Because when people say complain about right now, say you have a pretend you have this pressure now from so many call, volume call, right? People complaining, say, hey, I cannot go out the internet, I cannot have a meeting now. Well, now you have to be just come down, right? You have to be relaxed on yourself. You have to try your best, right? So in this case scenario, I give the example because we know the code switch 2, we can go out to the internet, right? And also in here, because we have an uplink port channel also in here, right? So go back to switch for example, in here, say, can I ping this IP, right? So go back to here, see, so we ping this IP, right? Just the code switch to IP. Okay, see, we got ping. Good. So now in this case, see, what you want to do, you just have to be quick. Inject. That's why now it's still manual. See, this is still manual. See, this is manual. You inject the IP route, the default route. Say, hey, if I want to go out to the internet, the default route point it to code switch 2. Hit enter. You see, hit enter. So now when you show IP, when when you show IP route in here, right? When you show now in this case, when you show IP route in here, you see you have a default route, but now the default route is via is a static. So that is mean I force now the static is I force everything go out to internet traffic, send it to core switch 2. Okay, so now watch. If I ping again 8.8.8.8 from the source, the VLAN 10.100, the 10. What? Let me see. What is this IP again? I forgot. Duck 2? I think duck 2, right? Yeah, duck 2. Okay, see? Okay, so now we go back again, duck 2. Beautiful. You see? Got it? So because right now, see, so that's why you have to come down as a network engineer, right? Because you're the design. You should be know all the traffic, how you want to switch around the traffic. So you're the commander. Same thing. You treat you as like those kind of like airport, no, those kind of like a tower center. You control the traffic. You know what I mean? But in this case, but somehow you need to do still manually because that's not good. But now, okay, so since you inject this one in here, right? So now everybody come down again because they're happy they can go out to the internet from the Comcast, go out to the internet, right? Because we have no complaints. And even we go to 2, okay, so now everybody's should be happy again, right? Is that everybody should be happy again? Okay, so now in this case, you see, so now we want to fix about how we want to be automate, you know, everything like dynamically, right? So now, okay, so okay, in this case, let's do like this then. We're going to create since we're using the BGP in here right now, right? So I'm not talking about we're not like EIGRP or SPF like that. So let's focus in the BGP for now. Okay, so now, okay, can we make the since we can ping between, right? So we should be able to make a BGP in here. You know what I mean? Yep. So okay, so now in this case, you see in here, let's do quick in here then. Let's show run in here. See, just show run again. Just review the BGP configuration. Okay, so now we're going to be config T. Now we're going to grab this one here, router BGP 1, hit enter, you see, and then I'm going to be neighbor, right? Which neighbor that you want, you see, which neighbor, right? You want to use in the loopback or more fancy like that, or you for now, right? Because we want to do quick now. For now, okay, let's say we pick like whatever this IP in here, right? So, or maybe do we have a management IP in here? So, for example, in here, see, and let's get enable because we don't want to by accident, right? Because we see show in here, see here, show IP BGP again. Show IP BGP, no, not show IP BGP, sorry, show IP interface brief in here, right? Because sometimes we want to say which one we should learn. Okay, because say for example, because we don't want to touch this one. Okay, this is our real network, and this is our VLAN 1. This is the default VLAN. Maybe we say, okay, we just using the VLAN 1 in here right now for the just only for BGP, right? So that is the 3 in here. All right. So how about core switch 2 in here? Let me do show IP in the play brief. Do we have a VLAN 1 in here? Do we have a VLAN 1? Yeah, we have a VLAN 1 too. Okay. All right. So we use the VLAN 1 for the BGP, right? So make sure now we cannot shut down the BGP. Okay. Normally we should be using the loopback is better, right? Loopback just for like in our inside BGP. Well, because for timing issue right now. So let's just stay with the VLAN 1. This is just for demo for you. That's why you need to. So when you come like this, that's why you have to come back that your special, you know, like that your IP address to the designing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So which one is for the IP address for inside the routing or maybe management, something like that, or loopback, something like that. What is the best practice, something like that. Okay, so that is a depend on your IP address design. In here, okay, since this is the lab, we just use the VLAN one. So okay, so like neighbor. So that is a 0.0.0.3. And then we're going to be using the remote AS, right? What is the remote AS for our code switch 2? So we show run again in here, section BGP. We're going to grab that, the AS number. So, okay, 65002. So we go back to here, right? So this is the neighbor. Okay, so now let's see in here. Let's go back to here again. We go back to config here again, right? And then we're going to be say config T. So we're going to be router BGP, and then we're going to be say neighbor. This should be 10.03.2, and then the remote AS should be 6500, right? Because this is our first AS number private. Oh no, it's a 65001. So always double check. Okay. So now we create a BGP now. See, we create a BGP between code switch 1 and code switch 2 is crossing this port channel, this VLAN 1. Okay. So now we show IP BGP. Let's see it's come up or not. Show IP BGP summary. So we are waiting. All right, so let's couple time again. Okay, so now it's come up, you see, right? So now we go back to switch 1 in here, right? So show IP BGP summary. Yep. So now we show IP BGP in here. You see here? So now you see the code switch 1. We're learning the default route. You see, we're learning the default route is from our code switch 2. But just somehow when you see in here, they have a R greater, but we don't have a good wireless. See here, we don't have a good wireless in the BGP because the reason is because we have a static IP route, right? Because the static route, the admin is 1 is going to be preferred, right? So in here, see, show IP route in here, you see here. So because we have static, right? So in this case, so okay, so now we're going to be remove. So we're going to be remove here. You see, we're going to remove the no IP. Okay, which no IP static route because we want to remove the manual, right? Because everything we want to be automate failover. Okay, so we're going to be remove this entry now. So 10.100.10.3. Okay, so now we're going to be show IP BGP again. You see, now it changed to good in the BGP. Got it? All right, so now when you show IP route again, you see, when you show IP route, we should be the default route. You see, now instead from static, now we're learning from
Give me a second.
code switch 2.
I'm with Uncle Raymond. I'm with Uncle Raymond right now. Sorry.
Yep, no problem. Okay. So now you see, so in the future, yeah, in the future, if we lost this BGP in here, and then it's going to be not propagate to, and then code switch 1 is automatic, should be learning the default route is from code switch 2, right? So now let's do again ping 8.8.8.8, right? Can we just verify it's still working? Doc 10.2. You see, it's still working, right? So that's beautiful now. So we first thing in here, so, we perform, we lost the BGP. We put the check mark. This one can go out to internet, but then somehow in here is still we have a inject the default route with the BGP into the code switch 2. That's why code switch 1, no, code switch 1, code switch 1 still go out to the internet from with this path. But then it's not good, right? Because we know this, we already have a like have a link here go down, right? So now we remove that same thing again. Let's review again. So in here, because we remove it, right? We removed it. We're removing this here. This is the command. So we tell the internet router 1 in here, say, hey, you're not doing inject the default route from BGP default route to code switch 1. Okay. So that's why whatever in here, when these links go down, so and then the router 1 is not able, is not sending the default route anymore to code switch 1. And then code switch 1, we have a BGP. Now we have a BGP learning from our neighbor code switch 2, and then the code switch 2. Okay, I'm going to send it over to you. I'm going to share the default route to you, and then this network can go out to the internet. Okay, so now what happened now? Okay, so now so now everybody happy, but we still need to go back to the primary, right? So okay, let's go back to, can we fail back to the primary, right? So let's say go back to the primary. So first thing in the primary, so we have to bring this BGP go up first, right? So in here, show which show IP interface brief in here. Okay, so we're going to config T. We're going to say interface. So we're going to bring this interface facing Verizon. We're going to be no shutdown, right? No shutdown on the interface, right? So now the BGP, now it should be formed again with Verizon. Okay, so now it's still active. It's, okay, now beautiful. So now everything is restored. And then we have a call back from Verizon. The engineer say, okay, the circuit is restored, because they say, sorry, we have something like maybe out street right there. They have a some whatever. No, they have a like a fiber cut by accidentally cut down or something. we don't know. Okay, so now we perform. So the circuit is restored from Verizon. So okay, yeah, thank you. And then we say, okay, thank you. So now BGP is go up again. So now we show IP BGP in here. We verify, yep, you see, we verify everything again, learning from the internet, right? So now can I think 8.8.8.8 from here? You see? Yep, it's good. So now we go back to here now, because switch 1 in here, right? Because this one here, you see this one here, it should be propagate, right? This one here, because this one here is learning. See, this default route is learning from Verizon. So Verizon sent the default route to Internet Router 1. So now Internet Router 1, it should be sent to code switch 1. So let's verify. So code switch 1 in here. So when we show IP BGP again, you see, now we have a 2 path. See, 1, 6, and this is from our here. See, but now look at that. The code switch 1, when we receive the default route, oh, hold on. When we receive the default route, look at that, the AS path in here, because this is a 3 path, you see, 1, 2, 3, okay? So that is mean in here, just only 1, 2. So that's mean the code switch 1 is prefer the automatic switch back to the Verizon, because we have a short path. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
So now the code switch